Hi folks, it's a cold morning in late January and I just wanted to do a little video for you about the importance of face rotation and controlling the club face through the golf swing and ultimately of course at impact. Done this because so many people are a little bit under the misapprehension of what the club actually does during the swing. So to illustrate this, I've built a little gadget where a club, I've just put a table tennis bat on the club here. You can see it's got a black side and a white side, and I've put a ruler which I've marked red. Now there's certainly some eminent professionals who've done a lot of research like this, Mike Jacobs and Dr. Nesbitt and so on, where he illustrates the club a little bit like an aeroplane, if you think of it as a jumbo jet. So it can bank either way or go forward or backward, side to side, round and round, up and down. Although it's what the kind of planes of movement, if you like, the club's doing during the swing. But you really need to be very aware of the implications of your grip, what your forearms do and so on. We all know when we swing the golf club, we say, well, it's obvious we swing the golf club in a circle, it goes round our body. But what a lot of people don't really appreciate is that it's going around your body. The club is also turning as it's going around. So the club rotates as it rotates round your body. Now don't forget, the whole object of golf is to control the golf ball. But to control the golf ball, you're going to have to control the club head and the club face, and you're going to have to control the journey or the path or the arc of the club during the swing, and particularly through this impact area. Now a lot of us might come to golf thinking, well, if I swing back straight and through straight, that's going to make the ball go straight. That might happen if you stood on top of it when you're putting. But as soon as the club's on this inclined plane or arc, that means it's going to ultimately rotate ideally as we swing back. So, assuming we've got the correct grip, I say the correct grip because there's no absolutes in that, with many different grips on tour, which you'll see in the accompanying video, and many different grip types and swing types and so on. But what we're really trying to do is initially when we take the club back, you'll notice it doesn't really rotate a great deal, but then in the kind of second phase of the swing, as we swing it up, you can start to see the underside of this aeroplane or the black side of the club here. Then swinging down is not doing a lot, but certainly through the hitting area, that club face is squaring and closing rapidly. So it literally goes from, you can see the wings on top here, to impact and over. That all happens in the blink of an eye. Now, if you've got a dodgy grip, or you tend to push the club out, so I'm changing the attitude here, so if your takeaway goes this way, you're in trouble. This has got too much rotation or roll, you can see I'm twisting the wings. If I have no twist and I do this, the club will go up, you can see, and the club face here again is strong. So even with a hooker's grip, you can still slice the ball. You can have a grip that's very strong, as we call it, way round, where the club doesn't rotate, but then when I'm coming down, there's no rotation in the club, and in fact it rotates the wrong way through the golf ball. So in a perfect world, we want a fairly orthodox grip. We want to get this rotation right, where it's pretty quiet here, then rotates a bit more. That allows us to get the club on the correct angle. Then coming down, we can re-rotate it, squaring that club face up at impact, and then allow inertia and let this fold. But you hear that dreaded saying, the chicken wing. Well, most people with the chicken wing have either got sequence issues where they're not moving their body, they're moving their arms much quicker than the body here, or they're trying to arrange the club face to try and get it straight, and you end up paying the price. So you will see in the following video Graham McDowell, because of his strong grip, holding the face. You might see Justin Rose releasing it. You may see other players like Dustin Johnson with a grip with a wrist orientation like this. Well, at some stage he's going to have to correct that, so he tilts his body action, delays that rotation of that club through the ball. Brooks Koepka, bit bent here again, he's a little strong with the club face. So they've all found a way of presenting that club face correctly to produce the desired shot that you want. It's our duty here at Liverpool Golf Centre with myself and my colleagues to help you find the best grip and help you understand the importance of the shape of the swing and the rotation of that club face during the swing. So, as I alluded to, the whole object with golf is to control the golf ball, and if you're going to control the golf ball, you're going to have to control the club face. And if you're going to control the club face, you need to understand the implications of your grip and what the club is doing as it journeys around your body. So with two very capable major champions here, Graham McDowell on the left, you can see here his grip is what we call quite strong. Strong being his right hand is aligned underneath and his left hand is kinked and quite far over, so both aligned to the right for a right-hander. The implications of this as he swings, he has what we call quite a strong or shut club face. You can notice the club face is looking up to the sky somewhat, and indeed as he changes direction in his swing it gets even stronger. His wrist bows a little bit more. So whether that's because he grew up in Ireland or just the way we learn golf, but that's what happened. So as he comes into impact with that strong face, the ball's really wanting to go left, his club's wanting to close to the path or the arc, so he has to hold it off. And you notice here at impact he'd have quite an acute angle in his spine here at impact. His left shoulder would be quite high, and notice how his left arm and glove here, he doesn't rotate the glove over that much, his hands are very quiet, and his left arm doesn't fold. He's really trying to almost block it towards the target, and the face still here is slightly closed in the finish. So that's his kind of anti-left mechanism. Not easy for him to naturally fade the ball more, move it right to left with that style of play. Now again, contrast that with somebody like Justin Rose, who's probably very orthodox grip, very orthodox top of the backswing position or swing. So as I said, you're moving that club in an arc around your body, and it's the relationship of that club face to that arc, and particularly at impact. So you can see his club face orientation is more neutral, about 45 degrees-ish there. So he doesn't have to fight it. So as he comes down into impact, he can let it go a bit more. Indeed, he's probably actually trying to work, or he is working on kind of calming this down. So you can see his wrists rotate more, they square the face up, and then notice how his left arm has folded a lot more, kind of in an orthodox fashion here. So obviously both superb, fantastic major winners. But again, I want to illustrate there are many ways of doing it. If we looked at Justin Johnson and these sort of guys, they're all doing something different, but what they're all very good at is they've matched their release patterns to suit their grip, their top of the backswing, or their orientation of the club face throughout that arc, and more importantly at impact.